What the fuck, Los Angeles?
Hi.
Hi guys, and welcome back to W.T.F. LA.
Welcome back.
Hope you guys love the new intro song that we have.
Yeah, I love it. I think it fits us really well.
Yes.
And it fits the,
Everything.
the us.
Yes. And also, this is the first episode where I don't have to edit WTF LA into things.
But we hope you loved that edit because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
We have a very fun episode, and I'm actually so excited to, because I feel like we haven't even exchanged these stories, you know?
Yeah.
But we wanted, in loom of changing our whole everything, rebranding, just a new us, WTF LA, all things LA.
All things what the fuck LA.
All things what the fuck, because that is, I feel like, the most, the best explanation for LA.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's so weird. And, such weird things have happened to me. Anyway, we're going to talk about celebrity encounters.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know that I have a bunch. I don't know about you.
I work on sets all the time.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch.
Yeah.
But, apology in advance for all the celebrities that I know you're celebrities, but I don't know your names. Okay.
That's gonna be... Okay.
Maybe I should have looked it up.
Yep.
Or not had conversations with them.
Oh, well. Well, a lot has happened since I saw you last.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
I dyed my hair.
Yes.
Badly. And I broke my nose.
Is it broken? I feel like it's just a little bump and bruise.
I don't know, because, I feel like my septum is deviated now. I don't know. It's I feel like I have the signs of, I Googled, and it says,
WebMD.
What happens? Yeah, but anyway, Rachel knows the story, but it's just so good not to share.
Yes.
It was 3 a.m., I was not sleeping. I obviously was not drunk. We all know that's not what I do. But what I think what it was, I had coffee ice cream that night.
It's definitely the coffee ice cream, just
no, that's not
got you wired.
Well, yes. So I usually am I'm asleep by 12:30. I wasn't tired at all. And I think it's because of the fucking coffee ice cream. So I was already so mad. I was in such a bad mood. I was so pissed off that I wasn't sleeping. So then I was like, oh, fuck it. Okay, I'm going to go pee. I don't care, whatever. And then I went to the bathroom. And here's what I did wrong. Always at night when I go to the bathroom, I don't turn the bathroom light on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did turn the bathroom light on.
And then
so then and I was blinded.
Adjust to
the
light.
Yeah. So then I was blinded. I walked out of the bathroom to my room, opened the door, and walked straight into the door frame. I was so fucking mad. I was so mad. That's my nose.
You were happy about it.
I was so pissed off. And it's I already have issues with my nose already because I've already broken it so many times. And it's never from something that's a good reason to break your nose. I've gotten hit in the face with a ball.
No, when I was younger, I broke my nose in my sleep.
What?
Yeah, I slept in a bunk bed with my sister Katrina. She was on the top bunk, I was on the bottom bunk. I was asleep, and I sneezed and smashed my face into the pole that holds her bed above me.
That's fucking funny. Did you wake up?
Yes, okay. I sneezed and smashed my face.
But why did you sneeze in your sleep?
I don't know, Kaja.
What's wrong with you? I've never sneezed in my... Or how do I know? Maybe I do sneeze in my sleep.
You sneeze in your sleep and you don't smash your face on something, so... You don't really know.
You never fucking know.
Yeah, so... But it broke it, pretty dead on, so now I just have, a hump here. But I get filler at the plastic surgeons, so it makes my nose look straight.
If my nose is stuck like this, and I can't get a nose job, some bad's gonna happen.
Just gonna cut it off.
Yeah, literally. Start shaving it myself. Anyway, who was your first celebrity that you saw out here?
My first was actually Red Foo and the other guy from They were like little, they were singers. The DJs, Party Rock.
Party Rock?
Party
Rock
rockin'
is in the
house
house tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
LMFAO.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were my first.
I didn't know they had names.
Yeah.
But wait, quickly, because this is funny. There's a Thai place across the street from my house, and there's a picture of one of them in my Thai place.
Oh.
And every time I look at it, I'm like, why the fuck were they here?
They eat?
They eat? I mean, you know, I live in the fucking South Bay. Why are they there?
When I first moved out here, I went out to a club because I was young, and that's just what I did.
Yeah.
And they were performing. LA's so awesome.
LA is so sick.
Like, I go to a nightclub and there's a live performance.
Yeah,
This is so awesome. And then Red Foo leaned down, handed me some glasses that said Party Rock on the side of them.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh, cool, sick, you know?
Did you meet them?
Not at this moment.
Oh.
But then years later, I went to this day party, and...
That actually, like, I really can, if I associated them with anything, I would think day party.
Yeah, so I went to a day party, and they were, like, broken up at this point, and it was just Red Foo, and he was just out.
Which one's that?
Having a normal life. The one with the afro.
That's the one with the picture.
Oh, the other one doesn't have an afro?
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know what the other one looks like, to be honest.
So, at the day club, we were all having a good time, and then he was like, oh, I'm Red Foo, blah, blah, blah. Do you want a picture with me? And I was like,
ew!
I was like, sure.
Fuck off.
So then my sister and I took a selfie with him, and then I posted on my Instagram, and I tagged him, and then for the longest time, he followed me on Instagram.
Really?
And I just checked a little bit ago, and he does not follow me anymore. But
that's
for a really long time, he was following
followed.
me.
That's fucking hilarious.
I should message him and be like,
Dear
Red Foo, why
did
you unfollow me?
Because I feel like we had something really special. That's really funny. I can't believe that he followed you back. I mean, I can believe you're pretty, but yeah.
Thanks.
My first celebrity encounter, did you ever watch Scrubs?
No.
Okay. Well, whatever. One of the characters on Scrubs, his name was Dr. Todd on Scrubs.
The old man?
No.
Oh, the young brunette?
No, that's Zach Braff. He's very famous. Anyway, but Dr. Todd is played by someone named Robert Maschio. I think that's how he pronounced his last name. But my sister worked at this Starbucks in Santa Monica that so many celebrities went to. So I was hanging out when I first moved here. I was hanging out there just while she was at work because I didn't have friends or anything to do. Sick life. And Robert was a regular there, and so he came in, and I was like, oh my god, freaked out because I had never seen a celebrity before. And then he ended up, I don't know, we became friends, and I actually worked on his character on the show was this really perverted guy, and every time he made a perverted joke, he would say high five, and then he five himself. So he made an app called the High Five app, and I was actually on the app, So I worked with him, and that it was and I think that totally kind of working with him and being friends with him, I think is what kind of set the tone for me to be like, oh, famous people don't actually matter. But when I worked in Santa Monica, I saw so many fucking famous people, literally all the time. Lindsay Lohan, which was super cool, and she walked in white t-shirt, no bra, and I was like, your tits are perf. Wow, but she looked like obviously a mess. Demi Lovato, who looked, I didn't know that I would never have guessed that it was Demi Lovato had I not heard her speak, because she was so disheveled.
I mean, when was the last time you got dressed up to go to a Starbucks?
It was American Apparel. But, yeah, you're right.
Oh.
But this is LA. Everyone gets dressed up to go to Starbucks. People get dressed up to go to fucking Runyon. And a bunch of people from Lost, from the show Lost. Did you watch Lost?
Nope.
Those were celebrity sightings to me, because I've seen Lost a bunch of times. So those were my first.
I'm the worst. I don't watch anything. And one of my encounters is...
Did you even finish the show You?
Yes.
You finished it?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. Best show. So good. I've finished so many shows since you started watching You.
Yeah, no, I'm the worst at watching shows, and one of my celebrity encounters was because I don't watch shows, that I was like, blah, blah, blah.
What was it?
So I was on set 5 o'clock in the morning, eating breakfast, working
God.
as background.
Sets are so annoying.
So
it's like
annoying.
5 a.m.
Yes.
I have a life, and my life
like
is
to
sleeping,
sleep.
right?
Yes.
Ugh.
So I was eating breakfast, and I was just sitting at a community table. Everybody's sitting around just eating. And the guy sitting across from me, I was like, you look so familiar. And he goes, oh, yeah? And I was like, what else have we worked on together? And he was like, I don't know, NCIS? And I was like, no, I don't think I've ever worked on that before. And he goes, oh, okay, well, have you ever watched it? And I was like, no, that's like something that old people watch.
Yeah.
Like, my parents probably watch that.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh. And I was like, it's got to be something else because you just look so familiar. And he was like, all right, well, I'll be around, so just let me know. Like, find me when you figure it out. And I go, oh, okay. And
It's because you're pretty. Anyone else would have been offended.
So he gets up and he walks away, and then somebody comes over to me, and they're like, you're going to get fired if you talk to the stars. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like, that was the main guy. Like,
Oh,
you're going to get fired. And I was like, what are we even working on? And he goes, NCIS. And I was like,
oh my God!
no. And I was like, oh my gosh, no. I was like, I'm so embarrassed.
That's
but
really
then,
embarrassing.
But then later, when I was on set, I was pretending
This is the same
to
day?
be same day.
Mm-hmm.
Later, when I was on set, I was pretending to be a nurse at one of the front desk areas in a hospital. And
I love how you say pretending, not
Yeah.
acting. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, let's play make believe.
Yeah.
I'm the nurse,
Yes.
and you're the dog.
Yeah. Yes. So, no, because I didn't have lines, so I'm not acting. I'm just like pretending.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
been
know.
there,
I feel like there's a difference.
Yeah.
So I was pretending to be a nurse,
Yeah.
and he, in between
Takes.
in
Okay.
between takes, he comes
We
over
work
to me.
on movies. Yes. Okay.
In between takes, he comes over to the little desk area that I'm in. He's like, want to see what I have in my cup? And I was like, yeah,
Is it your
okay,
dick?
sure.
What's happening?
No, he goes, look at my coffee cup. It's my favorite one. And I go, okay. And I stand up and I look in it, and it's a butt of a cow, but like a 3D little sculpture.
Oh, that's
like
cute.
Like the cow is like diving into
Yeah.
his coffee cup, so it's just like the butt and the little legs sticking out
Cute.
of the bottom of the coffee cup. And I'm like dying laughing.
Yeah.
And then the same guy that yelled at me for talking to him earlier made eye contact with me because I'm
And you're like,
now
ha ha,
laughing,
we're friends,
like,
yeah.
really loud, like with him, like, oh, ha ha ha, you know? I was like, he's so cool and
Yeah.
not offended at all. But I was like, nah,
Yeah, I
your
don't
show's
know
for
you.
old people.
Yeah. Your show's for old farts.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I've worked on like a bunch of sets and stuff. Actually, wait, this one is funny. So I have this really weird thing. I don't know what it is. It's like this big inside joke with my sister and I. I watched Disney Channel until I was like way too old. Like that's a fact. Yeah.
We
I
talked
think that
about
everyone
this
knows. Yeah.
on James' show.
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
just
yeah,
did.
yeah. Which, by the way, this coming up Monday, we are
Yeah.
on a different podcast.
Yeah.
With James, and it's amazing. It's very funny, and definitely go check it out. So I have this like really weird thing with Disney Channel where it's like every time I see an actor, I'm like, where do I know you from? Every time it's Disney Channel. Literally every time without fail, it's Disney Channel.
You were like, did we have class together?
No, it's just like if I see someone in a show or something like that, it's always they were on Disney Channel. That's like how I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, I was working on a set. I was background on this set, and the star, I went up to her and I was like, how do I know you? And she starts listing off the things, and I'm like, no. And then she's like, Corey in the House. This is literally the worst show. It's so bad. And she like
That's
names
like a
that
spin-off
one.
of That's So Raven.
Yeah, exactly. She named that, and literally like the light went off in my head, and I was like, no, that's not it. Like, and I was like, guess I don't know you. I don't know. And like,
You just have that face.
I guess it's just your face. And I was so embarrassed. But that's where that is literally the day that started. Then everyone else just clicked into being like, I don't know any Disney Channel people, but they're all on Disney Channel. So bad.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like I've worked on a lot of sets, and I've done like a background a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Background is the fucking
The worst. The only good thing about it is that sometimes you get to sleep and nobody cares. And then other times, I do.
Well, you're
narcoleptic.
And narcoleptic.
And then other times you get to eat food and
that's the coolest.
It's just an abundance of food and snacks, everything.
That's the best, by far the best thing about being on any set is crafty. Literally, so I used to work, I'll go back to like background stories, but I used to work with an actor. I was his personal assistant, Jim Perrick. He's a good friend of mine now. But he was on True Blood. Mm-hmm. So the last season, I was his personal assistant, and I would go to set with him every day that he had to be on set. And I literally just got to sit there and eat. I got like fat because I was just eating donuts, eating. Yes. They have the best fucking food. Literally, they have They always have donuts.
They've like done
the best
the
peanut butter.
Yeah, to literally know like what's the best.
Yes. So I literally was just like getting fat on set, and he would just be like, "Can you get me water?" And I'd be like, "Yep." And I just got paid to watch them record True, and that was so cool too because I loved that show. So I got to meet all of the stars, and that was the coolest thing ever. You know, I mean, by the time this happened, I got like exposed to all of that fairly quickly when I moved here. So by the time this happened, I don't get starstruck ever. There's no one. I think that the one person that I would get starstruck by is Chris Martin from Coldplay. I've been a fan of Coldplay since I was 9, so like, and I think that he is so talented. So Chris Martin is the only person that I would go up to. I admire you more than most people on this planet. I love you.
Specific language.
Yes. Do you get starstruck?
Not really. I honestly, out of everybody that I've met, I've always just, okay, cool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Did you used to get? I used to get really starstruck.
No. Even
I would like shit myself.
I want to say I was out here maybe 2.5 years, which is still pretty new by LA standards.
Yeah.
I worked on The Crazy Ones, which was Robin Williams' TV show that he was doing. And usually everyone that worked background on The Crazy Ones, they were all regulars because they worked at an office. They wanted the office employees to be the same every day so that it really felt like an office, which is really great for them when they got cast on it. But then it was almost impossible to work on the show. Yeah. But I guess somebody called out, and I was SAG, and then they called me and booked me for it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is fucking amazing.
What is SAG for people that don't know what SAG is?
SAG is the Actors Guild. Yeah. So.
So like you get special treatment.
Yeah, you get better crafty.
But you have to pay for it.
You get paid better. Yeah, you have to pay yearly fees and everything. But you also... I
was never SAG.
You also get the screeners.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So when all of the new movies are coming out for the awards, you get to watch them before anybody else does.
Yeah, which is cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I was on set, and I was like, oh, what do you want me to do? Asking them, they're like, oh, well... just act like you're working at an office. It's like a very creative environment, so just draw or doodle or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So I pretty much just like put my head down and was just drawing and not really paying attention. And then all of a sudden I looked up and nobody was on set. And I was like, oh crap.
Oh no.
So then I stood up and I was looking around and I was like, which door is real? Which door is fake? Which door did I come through?
Where the fuck am I?
And I was like trying to figure it out, and I was like, crap. And I was just standing there so confused. And Robin came up to me and he was like, hey, are you lost? And I was like, yes.
I would have gotten so starstruck.
And he goes, I'm Robin. And I go, I know. And I was like, I'm Rachel. And he goes, oh, okay. Like, he's like, what are you looking for? And I was like, background holding. And he was like, yeah, no problem. I know where it is. Was chit-chatting with me and like walked me over there, and I was like, thank you so much. He was like, yeah, no problem, like have a good day. And I was like, thanks. And then he walked away, and then all the background were like, we've been working on this show since the beginning, like we've never spoke to him, like how did you get to hang out with him? You're not supposed to.
That's never been like, how I've never worked on a set as a background where you're like not allowed to talk to the stars.
Really?
Yeah.
Every set that I've ever worked on, you're not allowed to. The company that books us brief you before they even hire you, saying number one rule: do not talk to the stars. Do not ask them for a selfie.
Well, yeah, duh, but like
you're not supposed to talk to them. Why? So then they were like, we've been working on this like since the beginning of the show, and we haven't even spoke to him, and he comes over here and personally escorts you back. And I was like, well, you guys left me on set, and then I was lost, and he helped me.
Yep.
So
fuck you.
Sucks to be you. But
then, so cool.
Later that day, we broke for lunch, and everybody's taking out their Tupperwares and their sandwiches that they brought, and I was like, the fuck? Yeah, and they were like, yeah, you're supposed to pack lunch from home. And I was like, what? Well, I wasn't told that.
Yeah.
Working on set, SAG.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to feed me.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we don't get fed on this show. And I was like, well, nobody told me.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, this sucks, but whatever, I'll just starve. So we're at 6 hours at this point. I starve. So then
I'm dead.
So then 8 hours into it, we're filming a scene, and in between scenes, Robin sees me and he goes, hey, Rachel, how was your lunch? And I'm such a brat, and I didn't even realize it then, but I realize it now. I was like, they don't even feed us here. And he goes, really? And I was like, yes, so I didn't eat lunch. And he goes,
oh my God.
He goes, oh. So then we do a couple more takes, and then Robin looks up at me and he goes, in between takes, and he goes, Rachel, are you okay? Your lips are turning purple. I was like, no, I'm freezing and my body's starting to shut down because I haven't eaten.
Yeah.
And we're like 9.5, 10 hours in now.
No, I would literally die.
And I was like, my body's starting to shut down. Like, I was like, there's nothing I can do about it. My lips are going to be purple. Like, I was like,
if I don't die, you're lucky.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, I don't look pretty for the camera, you know? And then he had wardrobe come over and give me a sweater so that I wouldn't be cold anymore. And then as soon as we ended that take, he brought me over to his personal chef, and he was like,
kidding?
He was like, oh, have him make you whatever you want. And it was a little quesadilla, whole setup with all these different things that you could put in a quesadilla. And the chef was like, what do you want?
Lucky that you got
and
that
I was
experience.
Like, cheese. Cheese. I just want cheese. And Robin was like, wow, for you being starving, you sure don't want a lot. And I was like, no, like, I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I just, like, don't want to eat everything, so just a cheese quesadilla, that's all. Just thank you so much.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you know, just don't die on me. And then he walks away.
What a special experience. Oh my God.
And then he walks away, and I'm standing there and warming myself with this cheese quesadilla. Just, oh my gosh, this is the best ever. And then his assistant brings over, like, all the other background. And they're like, oh, this is so cool, like, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, what are you already doing over here? And I was like, oh, Robin brought me over. And they're like, what the fuck?
That's
like,
amazing.
They're like, why is he, like, so good to you?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
Don't know, just have that charm, I guess.
Yeah, and then I was like, I came home and I told my neighbor about it, and she's like, that's so cool. And I was like, I can't wait until I'm at the level where Robin and I can hang out and I can reminisce about like how cool he was to me and how I was such a brat and I didn't even realize complaining about like not getting fed and being cold. Yeah. And he was so good, got me food and a sweater. He literally fed and clothed me.
Oh, that's
and
so
I was
wonderful.
I was like, he's so amazing.
Yeah, what a special experience. Wow. Yeah. That's really incredible. I've never had anything like life-changing like that. I've met some cool people, but I've never had anything life-changing like that. That's crazy. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But I mean, any other background experience sucks. Like that's, I'm sure, is like, that was incredible. Yeah. But there was one time where I was, shit. I was like a big time background. Like I had featured background. Yeah. So I actually had my own trailer. That was super cool. And then it was a movie with Bruce Willis, John Goodman, I forgot. But that was super cool. I was basically just with the stars the whole time. Mm-hmm. We were in the same car together and we, whatever. And do you know who John Goodman is?
Yes. He did Sully. He was the voice of Sully.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
On Monsters, Inc.
He's the nicest person alive, and he's so funny.
He was the voice of Pacha on Emperor's New Groove.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, no, he's great.
Yeah, no, and he's even better.
Built my childhood.
Yeah, he's even better in real life. He's so fucking funny, and him and I just were like ragging on each other all day. And his character had ice cream on his. I don't even know if this movie's out, like whatever. But he had ice cream on his shirt. His character did, and I was like, "Why do you have bird shit on your shirt?" The whole time I was just ragging on him, and I was like, "You're old." Like, I don't know. And that was and like Bruce Willis was also really nice, and it was such a cool experience. Because it's just, like, it's nice when you're not around assholes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be around stupid people, and you get to, like, actually have a good, Yeah. And then also
And it makes your day go by nicer when you're just enjoying yourself.
Yeah, of course. One of the guys from One Direction was on set just, like, hanging out, and I was like, oh, my God. Love 1D. This was a long time ago, though. I mean, obviously, I still love One Direction, even though they broke up, but I've been to a lot of, like, celebrity birthday parties and stuff like that. And actually, one time that I did get starstruck, because I told you that I used to be a really big Bieber fan. Mm-hmm. First time I saw Bieber in real life, I had a panic attack. I was at The Weeknd's birthday party, so there were like so many famous people there, which was also really cool. But Bieber, he just walked past me, and then I followed him around the whole party. And he was actually hanging out. Yeah, he was actually hanging out with Hailey Baldwin the whole time, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And now they're married. But then I saw Bieber again. I went to Hyde. Mm-hmm. It's a club in Hollywood. And he was there. And I was standing just in the crowd. Like, I was literally just standing there. And he walked up to me and just, like, put his hands on my hips. And then just, like, walked away. And I was like, oh, my God. But he didn't look at me or anything. He just put his hands on my hips.
To, like,
kind of
by.
move me. Yeah, but I was like... I'm dying. Oh, but he rubbed me a little bit because I was wearing fur. He was probably on drugs or something. Yeah, but that was a nice experience because I loved him.
Speaking of The Weeknd, so I worked on his music video, I Can't Feel My Face.
Oh, you did?
And they bumped me up to a featured background where I got to throw a drink in his face. So I got to throw. Really? I got to throw 2 drinks into The Weeknd's face and didn't get in trouble for it.
That's really cool.
The way that they edit it, it's so dark lit and like dim really lit. Dark. You have to like know that it's me to know that it's me. Well,
I do know that it's you, so.
Yeah.
I love talking about celebrity encounters, and we're going to have a lot of guests on the show coming up. We have like a lot of people set up to come on the show, which I'm super excited about. Mm-hmm. So I feel like we should definitely tell some more stories and see what other people have experienced. Ooh. But anyway, we should probably wrap up.
Let's.
We love you so much. We hope you like our new branding because we are very, very happy with it. I feel like it's a lot more us. Mm-hmm.
Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes app podcast, and check out our Patreon.
Yeah, definitely check out our Patreon. We do some really funny shit out there. I really can't stress it enough. I know I say it every week, but like, our 5-minute challenges are
hilarious.
So fucking funny. We have one out on our YouTube, so check that out. Please subscribe to our YouTube if you are not already. Mm-hmm. We love you. See you next Thursday.
Love you.
What the fuck, Los Angeles?